Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss the concept of computer registers. Generally, computer stores the instructions in a consecutive memory locations. After execution of one instruction, the control unit moves to the next instruction in a sequential manner. Now, where the address of next instruction to be executed, for that it uses one register PC, that is a program counter. Now remember, the program counter always stores the address of the next instruction to be executed. Okay. Now, once we know the address of the next instruction to be executed, before that we fetch the instruction. Where the instruction is placed, for that we are using one register IR, instruction register. It holds the instruction that read from the memory. Simply, it holds the instruction that read from the memory. Such instruction is placed in IR register. Now, another one is AR register. AR register means address register. So, it holds the address of the memory where our operand is available. So, my operand is available at address 1000. So, that 1000 is placed here. So, address register holds the address of the memory where our operand is available. And another register, DR. DR register means data register. It holds our data. You got it? The address register holds the address of the operand. Whenever we are moving to that address, our operand is available. So that is placed in data register. It holds the data. Now along with AC, you know the most popular AC, accumulator. This is a processor register which is used to perform arithmetic logic operations. We are using accumulator. Along with one more register, temporary register, which is used to hold some temporary values while execution. So we are executing some program, there we need some temporary information. Such temporary values are stored in this register. And along with two more registers, input register and output register. So input register for connected to the input device. Output register is connected to the output device. These are the most popular 8 registers that are available. Okay, now you need to know what is the size of each register, that is how many bits are allocated to each register. So that is also very simple. We already know the memory size is 4096 by 16. This is the size of the memory. What is the meaning of this 4096? That means the memory consists of total 4096 words. That means 4096 instructions and the size of each word is 16 bits. If you have 4096 means how many bits are required? 2 power 12 is equal to 4096. So I need 12 bits. I need 12 bits. Now coming to this one, what are the sizes of each register? For example, first I am moving to data register. Assume this is my memory. Here this is the place where my operand is stored. This is DR. Now what is the data register? Here the instruction occupies the complete 16 bits. So the size of data register is 16 bits. Okay. Now coming to address register. What is the size of address register? In this instruction, generally if this is the instruction, in this instruction we already know one part is for opcode and the second part is for address. Instruction is divided into two parts, opcode part and address part. The AR register holds only the address. How many bits are required to hold the address? So the number of bits we required is only 12 bits. Yes, we already know the instruction code structure. Now, program counter, which is also used to store the address of next instruction. Obviously, the program counter is also store the address. The size is 12 bits. Understand? Here, PC stores the address 12 bits. AR stores the address 12 bits. Now, DR, the complete data, that is the complete 16 bits are used. Similarly, accumulator is a processor register which is used for calculation. It also uses all that 16 bits, and temporary register to store the calculations. It also uses 16 bits and instruction register, the complete instruction including mode bit, opcode bit and address bit, the complete this one 16 bits. Now these INPR output, these are INPR is connected to the input, OU2R is connected to the output. This is 8 bits and this one is also 8 bits. This one is also 8 bits. These are the sizes of each registers. Okay. Now if you have these many number of registers, how we are transferring information from one register to another register? Obviously, we know the basic thing. So, for example, if this is the register, this register needs to connect with all other registers. That is, the output lines of this register is connected to inputs of all the registers. Now, this output is connected to input. Again, this input is from all the registers. You got it? That means, if you want to connect one register with every other register, the number of lines are increased. Obviously, what happened? The complexity of the hardware is also increased. So, what is the solution? We know the solution. So, we are using the concept of common bus. You got it? You got it? Generally, my system consists of 8 registers. One memory unit is also there along with the control unit. If you need to provide connections among all these, it is very difficult. To avoid such a problem, I am using a common bus. So what is the advantage of common bus? The common bus is connected with all the registers and memory unit. At a time, only one register can place data on the bus. By using bus, all are connected. Okay. Now I will show you how the registers memory unit are connected to the common bus. Now this is the common bus system. Here we are using a 16 line bus. Here observe the registers and the memory units are connected to the bus and based on the selection lines. So selection lines selection line S2, S1, S0. Select which register or which memory unit is placed information onto the bus. For example, if the value is equal to 111, that is, what is the decimal number? The decimal number is 7. Then memory unit is selected. And when the read is active, and the bus selection line is 7 and the read input is active, memory unit places the information onto the bus. Now you observe all the registers are connected to the bus. So this is the way to place the register content into the bus, and through the bus it receives the information. Now observe carefully. For example, any register, for example 2, 0, 1, 0. If you are selecting 2 means the program counter places its value in the bus. So this is the selection line purpose, that is which register or memory unit needs to place the content onto the bus. At the same time, need to receive. How we can receive and how we can place? Here observe the different control inputs. LD specifies load input, that is whenever a register have load input is active in the next clock edge, it receives the information from the bus. Clear? Always whenever the load input is active, in the next clock transition only the transfer occur. We already know in the common bus system. Here whenever the load is active, in the next clock edge the information from the bus is placed into AR. Similarly, suppose whenever the write is active, write input enabled is active, so it places the content of the bus into the memory unit. Now the register AR, program counter, data register, accumulator and temporary register, all these five registers have 3 control inputs. What are those? Load, which can receive the data. Understand carefully. Which can receive the data whenever the load is active. INR means increment. After execution of instruction, if INR is enabled means automatically it moves to the next instruction. And if you want to clear the content, if CLR is active, it clears the content. Okay. Now one clock is there, that clock is connected to all the registers, that is the operations are performed on the same clock edge. If you understand the diagram, except accumulator, understand AR can places the data onto the bus, AR can receive the information. Similarly, PC can place the information and receive. DR plays the data, DR receive. INPR, the purpose is only input, it does not produces any output. So OU2R can take the data. That is, in the OU2R register, we are placing the data. INPR register, we are providing the data. Now, what is this AC? The accumulator register performs operation with addition, subtraction, that is arithmetic logics only. So, the accumulator receives the content from DR register. Observe, DR register or whatever the input I provided, input register or its own accumulator. And if any additional carry is there, enable bit which is used for the carry, and the result is copied into AC. The result is copied into AC. And if you want to store temporary, and instruction register means it loads the instruction only when the load is active. It does not need any increment, it does not clear. If the next instruction is loaded, automatically we lost the previous instruction. So this is the way we are implementing the common bus. That is how the registers are connected, places the data on the bus, and how the registers receives the data from the bus. This is the concept of computer registers. Thank you.